Welcome to week 6. I'm joining you here from John Day, Oregon. It's snowing right now. The trees are still green, and it's going to be a great, fun-filled next 4 weeks with you guys until the end of the term. We are beyond the halfway point in the course, and the end will soon be here. I want to give a thank you for all you who have been participating in the discussions thus far. They've been a great learning experience, and for those who haven't, there's still time to receive partial credit. So get on there and post and respond to people. The midterm exam will be expiring this Friday. Everyone, you need to get this done. Take it. You are now allowed 2 attempts on your midterm exam. Why am I doing this? Well, as you may have noticed in the discussion forums, I put an evaluation up there. And one of the concerns was the preparedness of people for the midterm exams. So to make you feel more prepared, I give you 1 attempt, take the exam. If you feel like you did a terrible job, you can take it 1 more time. Now, I hope you learn from your first experience and obviously get a better score the second experience. Your top score will be the one recorded in the grade book. Let's go back to that discussion post I was just talking about. I've created this forum so I can give you better instructions, I can design the course better, and to get some good feedback. Now obviously this discussion post is not graded. So what does that mean for you? What's the incentive in it for you to do it? Well, take an example of the midterm feedback that I got. So maybe the discussion post isn't graded in the traditional sense, but you're probably going to get a better grade in the class if you give me some good input and I can help you out. Another change that has been implemented due to feedback is discussion posts. The original posts will still be due on the due date. Now I know I gave an extension on the last one. I felt like I could get a lot more people participating in it if I gave that extension, and turns out a lot of people did participate, and I'm glad that it happened. From now on, the due dates will be due when they're set in the syllabus. However, each discussion post to respond back to other learners, you'll be able to have 3 days following that. So let's say a discussion original post is due on Friday. You'll have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to respond back to learners to get your 3 responses in. This is just another example of how your feedback is helping me design the course for you. So go on that discussion post and give me some good feedback, please. I encourage it, and I'm always trying to do a better job for you guys. Other highlights and hints: use the discussion posts to craft your papers for the end of the term. You're going to write, let's say, 200, 300 words in your original discussion post. You might as well use that 200-300 words in your paper later. Just, it's going to save you time and energy, and really it's going to help you hone in your critical thinking. Also, Eastern's offering an e-tutoring service. I highly recommend every one of you do this. It's really easy, it helps out a lot, and really you're just going to get that much more of a better grade. Especially if you've been kind of struggling on those discussion posts, not turning them in on time, and you think you might, be on the verge of C, B work, or maybe even D work, I would recommend getting the e-tutoring help. It's a simple process. You just turn in your paper and they call you and you go through it, and you learn a lot about your own writing style, your own voice, your own ability to use English composition, and you also get help on refining your paper to be perfect. I always use a tutor. Also remember to always check the updates and handouts. There's going to be new stuff coming on there, and you can use that for extra credit for if you put it in your discussion posts or your assignments at the end of the term. I highly recommend it. And they're just good information for you to pick up on, and I firmly believe that the information in those articles is more important than some of the stuff that's in your textbook or in the other assigned readings. It's more up to date. They're 2010, 2011, 2013 publications. So next Friday, discussion posts due. I hope I get everyone to participate on this one. Last discussion post, kind of wish-washy on the participation. A little bit disappointed in some of you. Well, most of you did a great job, though. I'd like to say, that most of you did do an excellent job, and the majority of the class has been participating, so that's good. So yeah, next Friday, the 15th, let's get our discussion posts in. Remember, I'm giving you 3 days to respond after that to other learners. Let's just get moving on this, people. I'm excited to see how you guys feel about ethics. You should now have a general idea of the 7 great habits and the understandings of how it can significantly improve your quality of life. My hope is each of you have read the entire book, so you have the complete understanding of how the 7 habits affect you as a person, affect society, and can be properly implemented. Thank you for reading it. This book really should be wrapped up, and I hope all of you start writing that paper that's due by the end of the term. In finishing your other book, Gung Ho, I want you to think about, the changes that have gone on in the global economy since this book has been published. I think it was published in the mid-'80s sometime. I think this book is good, and it shows a lot about perseverance and dedication. But at the same time, the reality is there's not a lot of factory jobs over here, and more than likely, none of you will be managing a factory. More than likely, all of you will be working in groups and teams of people working on projects. Think about the changes that have happened in the American economy. What are the lessons to learn from not only the Management's Actions book, but the reality of the economic forces that are out of the control of managers? Well, I hope all of you have learned as much as I have from the class so far. Again, if you have any questions or need any help understanding any of the assignments or anything else, just let me know. I hope I've done a great job answering your questions so far. And again, thank you, and see you next time. Now I gotta get to work in this darn town.